everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Emily at Hughes Art. Today we have the most exciting video on this channel to date because I have a huge art supply haul from one of my favorite stores in Toronto, Above Ground Art Supplies. And I'm also going to be sketching with the 120 set of Faber-Castell Polychromos for the very first time. So a big thank you to Above Ground and also to Faber-Castell for these gorgeous, gorgeous supplies. I will have all of these supplies mentioned, linked down below. They are not affiliate links, this is not a sponsored video, but these items were kindly gifted to me and I truly love this company and this store, so please check out the supplies if you're interested. And if you live in the GTA or you're ever visiting Toronto, I highly recommend you visit one of their 3 locations. Their main location is on McCall Street, right next to OCAD University, which is where I went to school. I gotta say, I was in this store multiple times a week, and they always had what I needed and more, because it is just stocked floor to ceiling, and it's really just an artist's heaven. Yeah, if you ever get the chance, I would definitely recommend a visit. Oh my goodness. This is the box. I did not expect for it to be this much, but I am so grateful and so stoked to show you guys everything that's in here. So yeah, let's go through it together. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'll figure it out. So I was going to keep the original audio of me opening these things and reacting with, my first impressions, but I really just sounded like a broken record. I was so excited, so it's voiceover time. But as you can see, the first thing I pulled out of the bag are these beautiful Turner acrylic gouaches. It's their 12 color set. I am so beyond excited to try these, you guys. I will have a full video on this in the future for sure. I really only have a couple acrylic gouache colors and they're not the Turner brand. Above Ground told me that they are the only supplier of Turner art supplies in Canada, which is really, really cool. So I'm super excited to try these guys out. It's gonna be so fun to do a whole video on this. Okay, the next thing I pulled out of the bag were these Above Ground hog bristle paintbrushes, and this is a set of 5. These are long-handled brushes. We have a good selection of brush shapes, including a fan brush that is kind of hiding behind the other ones right now. These are suitable for acrylics and oils. Yeah, I'm really excited to give them a go. Okay, so next I picked out this little paper bag of goodies, and the first thing I saw was this gorgeous RGM palette knife. And I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. It was crafted in Italy, and I just really love the shape and size of this guy. It is definitely the most beautiful palette knife I now own, and I know I've said this about every supply, but I am so excited to use it. Next, I pulled out these 2 Above Ground synthetic brushes and also this Above Ground pencil. And these 2 synthetic brushes are so nice and soft and perfect for details, and they'd also be perfect for gouache. The next thing in the art supply box of my dreams was this set of Cranfield oil paints. This is a 6 color set, and it really is the perfect palette to paint with. It has everything you could need to paint basically anything. It includes a French ultramarine red shade, a burnt umber, a naphthol vermilion, a yellow ochre, a bright yellow lake, and a titanium white. These are professional quality oil colors for artists, handcrafted with artist grade pigments and the purest refined oils, and these are made in Wales. I cannot wait to try these out. I will definitely be using these in a future video on this channel, so keep an eye out. Next, they sent this Above Ground premium hardcover sketchbook. And the size is my ideal size for a sketchbook. The pages feel like they would be great for graphite, charcoal, pastels, and I think you could probably get away with using gouache in this as well. I have been a big sketchbook person recently. I basically use them every day, so. They also sent this Hanemule watercolor paper block. It is 300 GSM, it's hot press, which is 2 thumbs up for me. That is exactly what I go for my watercolor paper. And they also sent me this Graphics DuraBrite pad. It's basically a film pad, and they described it as a Yupo alternative. And if you've seen my past videos, you'll know that I love painting with oil on this type of surface. It's polypropylene, I believe. And yeah, I was comparing this pad to my Yupo pads, and it feels identical. They're both acid-free. It feels the same thickness, and they're made out of the exact same thing. So I'm definitely going to do a video using oils on this guy in the future, probably very soon, because I am very curious. So I'm very excited to try it out, and I'm also stoked about this watercolor paper. I can use the Turner acrylic gouache they sent with this watercolor paper, and I know it will work beautifully. So there's another video I will be making as well. So the next and final thing in my box of dreams is the big, beautiful 120 set of Polychromos from Faber-Castell. I almost expected heavenly rays of light to shine out of this box when I opened it up. I would like to give a huge thank you to Faber-Castell once again, because they were lovely enough to send this beautiful set to Above Ground to send to me. I really am just so grateful, and I can't wait to share with you guys everything that I make with these. I will have a link to this set down below as well. Yeah, definitely a dream art supply that I didn't think I'd be able to get my hands on for a while, so. There are 3 layers of pencils in here. It really has every color you could ever want. The possibilities are endless, and I really had no idea what to sketch because I've never had this many colors of colored pencils at my disposal. I didn't know how to act. So I was looking at this little pamphlet that it came with, and I know what you're thinking, who does that? I do that. First of all, it says that the Polychromos pencils first came out in 1908, which is wild. So people have been using these for over 100 years. Crazy. They have like lots of techniques how to use them. What I did see is that at the back, they have a complete color list with the colors and the light fastness, the number, and the color name. So that is really handy and a good reason why you might want to keep this bad boy around instead of tossing it out. That way if you lose one, you can figure out which one and you can replace it. So you're gonna see me do my very first sketches with these beautiful, buttery, pigmented, colored pencils. So I had to start by swatching a few colors. I don't know if I should try and swatch them all at some point. That might be a good way to find a few favorites in there. So I wanted to first sketch something a little bit fun, so I chose a dog reference. Of course, I love sketching dogs. And because of the overwhelming amount of colors, I knew that I would probably get a little color happy and maybe do a little too much. So I went through ahead of time and picked out some colors that I thought would work for the reference and would sort of work as a cohesive color palette. and I put those next to my sketchbook while I was working. And I think this is a great technique to maybe keep your sketches more cohesive when you are presented with so many beautiful colors. So I found that these pencils blended absolutely beautifully. Before receiving this set, I had a few Polychromos pencils, maybe 3 or 4, that I had purchased individually. So I was familiar with the quality of the pencils, but I haven't really had the opportunity to do so much blending with them, and I was really, really impressed. I still tried to keep my, I don't know, signature style. Is it a signature style where I don't blend everything? I keep some edges more defined, and I really tried to focus on the direction I was drawing, almost the same way I would with a painting. And I just had some fun with this little guy. I might do an entire video where I just sketch dogs because I love sketching dogs. They're so fun. So yeah, I had so much fun picking the colors for this one. Let me know down below if you would like to see a dog sketching video. So some of my favorite colors that you will see me sketching with here are rose carmine, dark chrome yellow, salmon, magenta, light magenta, I love light magenta, sky blue, earth green is a really lovely sort of dusty green, and also Prussian blue is a gorgeous deep blue. But that being said, I could go on listing colors for ages. The whole set is so beautiful. I know this is the word of the video, but I am so excited to make more work with them. So moving on to the next sketch, I wanted to do a portrait, and I figured because of the amazing color selection I had before me, it would be the perfect opportunity to try and do a John Singer Sargent master copy or study. I found that the 120 set of Polychromos had the perfect colors for getting those skin tones, but also bringing in, you know, beautiful greens and mauves and peachy colors that you can see in Sargent's portraits. So this one in particular is a portrait of Mademoiselle Suzanne Porson by John Singer Sargent in 1884. So I really enjoyed building up the colors in this portrait. The study didn't come out absolutely perfect, but I think it was a really great learning experience, and I'll definitely be doing more of these in the future. Obviously, it's a painting that I'm copying, so it's not going to translate perfectly in a colored pencil drawing. But I think because of how well these pencils blend, you can get pretty darn close. I think I took a lot of risks by not swatching every color before adding it to the portrait, which I wouldn't really recommend. So there were a lot of really cool shapes in the hair, and I think it was a great way to study how Sargent would simplify things like this to, remove unnecessary visual information to make the picture as a whole look more pleasing. And that is something that I would love to get better at. This is such a great set for portraits. I'm really looking forward to doing some sort of interesting color combos for portraits. I think it would be a really fun idea to pick out a kind of wacky color palette from the 120 set and then kind of challenging myself to work with those and to make a portrait that works. So that might be something I do in the future. I am always open to video suggestions, so let me know what you would like to see and I will see if I can make it happen. I know that I did a art haul very recently, I think 2 videos ago, so I hope that's okay that I have one so soon, but this was a really exciting opportunity, and it also means that there are some super exciting videos coming up very soon, and I'm able to try some more supplies for you guys and let you know what I think. I would love to know if any of you guys have tried any of these supplies, the Polychromos pencils or the Turner acrylic gouache. Please let me know. We can have a whole discussion about supplies down below. I love talking shop with fellow artists. So here's the finished portrait study or master copy of the Sargent painting. I think it turned out pretty good. The angle of the head was kind of interesting and I don't know if I really captured it, but I had so much fun playing around with these shapes and colors in this portrait. You'll also see I sketched this big skull, and I have a Instagram reel of me sketching this over on my Instagram, so you can check that out. Thank you so much for watching. You can find all of the links to all of these supplies at Above Ground's website in my description, so please check them out if you are interested. And stay tuned for more art videos coming up very soon. If you're interested, you can subscribe and you can even hit that little bell icon if you want to be notified when I post. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. See you next time. Bye.